Yeah, I talked to him about it. Him and I had a conversation, and he seems to be in a great place, and have to accept it and move on.
Adjustments, just having him out against Cleveland on Friday night. Obviously, they have a pretty impressive front court there. Like, how do you kind of?
Yeah, I think it's an opportunity for us to just continue to, see different things, use our depth, and see how we can adjust to their size. But at the same time, we got to focus on our strengths. We have speed, we have skill, and we have a lot of space. So it's a good challenge for us, a good opportunity for our depth, to kind of reinvent ourselves a little bit.
Joe, you've been in basketball a long time. I want to ask you about the balance of finding that competitiveness and not losing your cool, and how you sort of find that balance.
What would make you ask that?
To your success.
What would make you ask that?
The other night.
No, I think it's a balance for everybody. I think we're all in situations like that. It's just understanding, try to be as composed as you can in every situation. Be aware of your surroundings and understand that there's a time and a place for everything.
Joe, what happens when you're sitting technical? You get your money back?
I have no idea. I'm learning that right now. But like I said, we can all be better. We can do a better job keeping your composure. We can do that. I can do that. We can do that as a team. And it's just an opportunity for us to learn, and then we move on.
Times last year, technicals became an issue for this group. Tatum gets ejected out of that preseason. Grant now getting suspended. Do you think this is a problem for this group? And just how do you go about? It sounds easier than said than done to kind of back off the officials a little bit. Just how do you send that message?
I think the message is are we focusing on what's happening? Are we focusing on execution? What's our focus regardless of the circumstances? And that's something we talk about as a team every day. The guys are bought into it, and we just have to get better and better at that. But I think that's the main focus is, can we build an awareness to what's going on around us and how do we respond?
See Rob around the facility a little bit. Where's he at in his recovery now?
Timeline hasn't changed as to where it was before. He's in a great mood, and it's good to see him, shooting free throws.
When I asked the question before, I wasn't really asking it of you specifically, but Grant's an emotional player. We've all seen that happen, and sometimes it's really advantageous on the court, but otherwise, that thing could happen like the other night. Yeah,
I think it's more about where as competitors in the realm that we're in, I think it's finding a balance, like you said. Our biggest strength can be our weakness at times, and as we grow as people, we just learn how to do that. And I think I trust Grant in any and every situation, and I think that's it. We talked about that. We'll all be better.
Damon steps in and coaches that game after you're ejected there. What kind of asset has he been for you as an assistant so far and just working together?
Yeah, our whole staff has been tremendous, especially during the change. And Damon just brings a level of wisdom, level of NBA experience. He's able to see it from a coaching perspective, but he's also able to see it from a playing perspective because he's played at each level of the NBA. He was a rookie, he was a star on a team, and then he was a vet. And so he's just able to bring multiple perspectives. And, he's been great for me.
A lot of talk about diet in the NBA after what Kat said. How tough is it for a young player coming in knowing that you can basically eat anything to change and treat your body like a professional vessel when you're trying to
Talking about for young players?
Young players, for anybody. Because, Jason even said that he's getting off of fried foods now. He's been in the league for a few years.
Yeah, I think what you find with guys, they're so competitive that they're looking for any advantage. And, as you learn and grow, no matter if you're a player, coach, or whatever, you're trying to find small advantages to optimize your body and mind. And, I think it's great that people are talking about that. And I think our guys and athletes in general do a good job trying to optimize, their minds and their bodies, to find that edge.
One of the duties that head coach takes on is deciding rotations and when to pull in or to stick with it. So what have you been learning so far about how much patience you have to show or how quick of a trigger you have to have in pulling?
Yeah, have a plan, but at the same time have, adjustments ready. And, there's going to be nights where you stick to that plan. There's going to be nights where you're going to have to kind of improv, think on the fly, and do what's best in that moment. So I think you have to be able to do both. And definitely it's another thing our staff is doing a great job during the game of presenting situations and opportunities for us to kind of be flexible and, talking about that.
You've been kind of letting it ride out, not calling a timeout when you probably could lately. Are you trying to show a little bit more patience and give a little bit more time to different lines you're experimenting with to see how it'll work down the road?
Yeah, I think that's more of just building an awareness. I know in Chicago they went on a great run, but I think at the same time we were getting great shots. They were the same shots we made in the first half we didn't make in the second half. I thought our defense waned, and so in a situation like that, I probably could have done a better job of calling one and just building an awareness to what's happening in the game. You know, it's a balance of that because I really trust our guys. I trust their maturity. I trust their experience. And, you know, we've shown great poise, you know, throughout the beginning of the season.
Joe, what do you see from Cleveland?
Big, you know, a big team playing very well together, balanced team, very good defensively on the offensive end. They really work to find an advantage and make the right read, and so it's going to be a great matchup for us, and you know, they're a good team. Thank you.
Very much.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.